Going live, guys.
Dude, this shirt is also my father's.
That's cute.
All these men.
All right, we're gonna go live, and it starts going live before it says it is. So don't.
Oh, I think I'm the spotlight video still, Sid.
You are.
You know?
Let me undo that. Does it tell you guys when you're spotlighted?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thing.
dude, this shirt is also my father's.
Oh, okay, cool. So now we're live, guys.
All right.
Great. So
Send me it, bruv.
I will send you that link. Nobody's here yet, but we are live.
Woo.
Good. People, let's noise so we don't get banned.
Yeah.
Hi guys,
Ready?
Chaos Collective. Thanks for coming to our live stream. People are gonna start watching pretty soon. I don't know if they like start watching for the beginning or like cuts in. So, hi, my name is Sydney. I'm the director, and I'm also the artistic director of one of the artistic directors of Chaos Collective. And this reading is part of our virtual Zoom reading series. We've done a couple, more to come. Thanks for joining us. And while we wait for people to come and visit us and join us on this adventure, I wanted to talk a little bit about parties, since that's what our play is about. I wanted to talk to the cast a little bit. So I was gonna ask Skylar, have you ever had any embarrassing party experiences?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Being the party queen lady that I am, I love to host parties, and I kind of go above and beyond when I host, in the sense that like I get schwasty, but also will like be like, oh, everything's fine, like ha ha ha. So the last party I threw, I drank an entire bottle of red wine before anyone came.
Yeah.
So I was feeling great. And then about halfway through the party, someone offered me a shot, and I was like, okay, great. And like by that time, like the wine had started to wear off a little bit. I was feeling good, like I was at the right level, but my gag reflex acted up because I hate taking shots.
Right.
And so I threw up a little bit. And this was at my apartment, so it was fine. It was just my place, so it was fine. And everyone around me was like, oh my God. And I was like, guys, it's fine. Like, it's fine. And I cleaned it up, like cleaned it up entirely, like made it like all pretty nice. And I was like, okay, everyone keep partying.
That's great. I think you saved yourself the embarrassment.
By just being like, cleaning it up and being like, yeah, guys, like I fucked up, but like, it's still a party. And like,
you puke in your own apartment. It becomes a problem when you puke at somebody else's apartment.
Yeah.
That's a personal rule. All right, Hope, what about you? Do you have any embarrassing party stories?
I don't know if I have any embarrassing ones. I feel like I just tend to be an awkward party person. I don't know. I usually end up in a corner being sad if no one talks to me or engages with me. If I'm not like with people who are like actively trying to converse with me.
Do you think that you're good at talking to people at parties?
I mean, maybe not. I think it depends on like how tight we are. I'm pretty good at talking to strangers or people that I've like just met, or if it's like one of my closest friends. And if it's anyone in the middle, I think I just get awkward because I get super like self-conscious and nervous and flustered.
Right.
Yeah. But I have a lot of fun, guys, I swear.
Yeah, cool. Well, we'll pause a little bit if you're just joining us. Hi, I'm Sydney. Nicola down there is the artistic director of the Chaos Collective. She's helping me host. Yeah, this is a reading of How to Talk to Girls at Parties by Neil Gaiman, adapted by me. Sorry for my text. And I'm gonna figure that out in a minute. And yeah, if you like what you see, info is going to be in the bio, but also you can follow us on Instagram at Chaos Collective NYC for all that information. And we're going to keep this little chat going. I'm wondering, given the themes, does anyone believe in aliens?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Like, raise a hand if you believe in aliens. Everyone. Okay. Does anyone have an alien story to share?
Okay. It's not mine, but it's my dad's. So basically, way back in like the 80s, there was this time, because like my entire family's from the city, just for context for everyone who's wondering. So way back in Manhattan in the 80s, my dad was like looking up and he saw this like cluster of like UFOs that was like this, like a triangle. And it was the same one that John Lennon reported to the news that year. And they were just like, oh, okay, so it's not mine, but I think it's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, I have nothing. Skylar, your turn, and I'll be right back, but I am listening.
Yes.
So it was also Manhattan. I looked up in the night sky one time and I have no idea what this was because it didn't look like a bird triangle. It looked like they were like snaking. So it didn't look like birds. And they were also they looked like lights, like they had been lit up. It was really, really, it was over the East River and it was like snaking across, like making all these like crazy movements, like not triangular, not angular, like a bird flock in the lights. It was crazy. And I was with someone and they saw it too. So we have a alien story together, beautifully shared.
I love how the aliens are visiting New York for like a summer vacation.
They want to be here.
Well, if you were an alien, where else would you want to be?
Hey boys, you want to do a crazy, sexy, cool thing and repost what Chaos Collective posted and make sure you tell all your homies. I
Yeah?
tried to do it like a fast post, so
Okay, let's share it.
Den and Den.
If you're watching this, share the link to everybody. So they
yeah,
can-
share it to your homies.
Tell your friends, tell your family.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'm bad at Instagram, so it's gonna take me a hot second. Yeah, we were just talking about aliens. Did no one else has any alien stories? This is my personal feelings on aliens. I feel as though they are none of our business, and I don't want anything to do with them.
This is true. She does feel this way about aliens.
They're really scary to me. They're
I love aliens though. Like I adore aliens. And we just literally there was just like released information of how like aliens are real, guys, and all this stuff.
Right.
Like, coronavirus is happening, so not a big deal, sis.
This is the thing. We have our own problems to deal with. Like, I don't want to get involved with intergalactic issues before.
What if they could help though?
I love how they threw it out like while this was happening. They were like, "Hey, BT Dubs, all those movies, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, real thing."
All right,
Like,
guys, I'm gonna go live on Instagram real quick so we can tell people to.
Yes.
I've been just telling my high school friends about it, and we got a review from my friend Colin. If
Yeah.
you're watching this, I'm exposing. So basically, he texted me, and he was like, "Yo, I have a question." And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he said, "Are you guys really doing how to talk to girls at parties? Little boys out there don't know how." And I was like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How to talk to girls at parties.
Colin, do you know how to talk to girls at parties?
No, no way.
so.
Claudia
my-
says that she believes in aliens.
Hmm?
Okay, we have like comments. I can see comments. And Claudia says she believes in aliens. So thanks, Claudia. Thanks for the input. Okay, guys, ready? I'm gonna go live. So say hi.
Okay.
Wait, can people see me? 'Cause everyone's frozen.
Oh no,
Hello.
it's frozen on me. Hi, guys.
No, we're good.
Here we are. I'm live on Instagram to tell you to come join our live stream on YouTube, which is super meta. All that information is going to be in the Chaos Collective bio, which I will link, and is also linked in my bio. Come watch us. We're going to be starting in 2 minutes. So that's really exciting. See you guys soon.
Mhm.
How do I stop?
Scene.
There we go.
2 minutes of places.
Zoom just kicked
2
me
minutes
out.
of
I think I'm just gonna
places.
do it on my phone.
Thank you, Queen Netta.
Thanks, Netta.
Thank you, Netta.
Are we in gallery view for the live or are we in speaker view?
We're going to be in speaker.
Okay.
Yeah. Say heads up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anybody have any more like party anecdotes?
Nope.
Emily, we're to share.
No, because I don't. I
Girl?
don't go to parties ever.
I'm gonna have my phone real quick.
That is a lie. I have seen Emily Yarmy partying.
What the point is, I've only just started partying. I like before this year did not go to parties really, so I
Do you talk to girls at parties, or do you have a hard time?
have a hard time.
Me too. Do you feel like people have a hard time talking to you at parties?
Do they want to?
Whoa,
they have
what
a hard
kind of? All right.
What are you talking about?
All right.
They're awkward. Do you think people come up to you and are awkward?
No, because I'm not intimidating in the slightest.
There was one. I went to a party last year during the summer where two people that I was involved with were at the same party.
Ooh.
And like so my ex girlfriend, she like invited me to a party, but then like a guy that I had also been with at one point was also there. And it just turned into a huge mess. So yeah, not ideal.
I feel the
Man.
same.
No,
Can I share my favorite party moment? Like,
Yeah.
or one of my favorite party moments?
you absolutely can. Yeah.
So my friends and I love to make really specific themed parties. And like really weird, but like, you know, quirky, whatever. And one year, well, the last thing we did was, what was it? Food label mascots, but that's beside the point. So we did the communist party, and my friend showed up as the Soviet like doping scheme. So she was like an athlete from the 80s.
Oh my goodness.
She was dressed perfectly, and she showed up with Jello shots, and they were vodka, and it was just like in little syringes,
So
like the doping scheme. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, you ran with it, and it was great. That's one of my favorite moments of all time.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I will say this: we're going to start pretty soon, but a party theme is great for helping people to talk at parties because then it gives you a common interest to talk about.
So
Alright.
also once this is all over, stay tuned because Chaos Collective is going to throw some parties and fundraisers and stuff that are going to be themed. So stay tuned.
Yeah. So, and hopefully, watching this will teach you how to talk to girls at parties, but probably not. Maybe you'll find some tips though.
You
Okay.
learn anything from this. I would be surprised.
Yeah, right. Like you never know. Maybe it'll give you. Maybe if you guys both watch the How to Talk to Girls at Party live stream, you can talk about it, discuss it. Lots of themes to discuss. Maybe
Quarantine date ideas.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It is now 8:11, so we are 1 minute late, which means we're going to start. I see Netta looking at me. So that means
You're not wrong.
Netta and I are going to turn off our videos, but we're still here. And thank you
I'm gonna peace
everyone
out.
for coming. All of our information about Chaos Collective and whatnot is going to be in the bio. Nicola, why don't you tell them about that while I mute myself?
Oh, yes, of course. So we have a few links of how to get connected with us. So one of them, if you have any ideas for plays that you'd like any help with, just email us at the chaoscollectivenyc@gmail.com. The Instagram is also the same name, Chaos Collective at NYC. And then throughout there, you can also see all of our own personal Instagrams in case you want to ask specific questions or you just want to know like any new information. So that is like the gist of it. And yeah, we're always happy to answer anything. So I really hope you enjoy. And so I think I'm going to give it over to you guys. This is my first time seeing it as well, so it's gonna be lit AF. So yeah, all right, peace. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right. Adam, whenever you're ready, take us
Uh,
away.
How to Talk to Girls at Parties by Neil Gaiman. Adapted for stage by Sydney Dennison. Produced by the Chaos Collective as part of our virtual reading series, featuring Emily Yarmy, Irene Julia, Joanna Merkins, Hope Johansson, Skylar Byrne, and Megan Hill. Narration by Adam Grodman. Stage management by Netta Yagane. Find out more and get involved by following @Chaos Collective NYC on Instagram or shoot us an email at thechaoscollectivenyc@gmail.com. Lights Up on a residential street in London, September 12th, 1978. Two teenage boys are walking along the sidewalk. The first, Vic, is the more confident and good-looking one. He is excited and exuberant with a hint of recklessness. He's carrying a bag with a bottle in it. N is his slightly smaller, less impressive counterpart. He follows behind apprehensively. They look at everything, but notice nothing.
Come on, dude. It'll be great.
No, it won't.
It'll be brilliant. Girls, girls, girls.
It'll be the same as it always is. After an hour, you'll be off somewhere snogging the prettiest girl at the party. And I'll be in the kitchen listening to somebody's mom going on about poetry or politics or something.
You just gotta talk to him. All right? Look, I think it's probably that road at the end here.
Don't you know?
Allison gave me directions. I wrote them on a bit of paper, but I left in the hall table. It's okay, I can find it.
How?
We walk down the road, idiot, and we look for the party. Easy.
It's all right for you. They fancy you. You don't actually have to talk to them.
No, it's not like that. We just gotta talk.
I don't know what to say to girls.
They're just girls. They don't come from a different planet.
A low, pulsing noise. Music muffled by walls and doors can be heard from a house up ahead. They have come upon a party. They stumble in and immediately are noticed. Girls of all sorts eye them, some excited, some bored. Stella emerges, looking like a prom queen. She smirks at them. She speaks softly, but with purpose. Everyone in the room seems slightly frightened of her.
Hello.
Friends of Allison's.
She isn't here. No, Allison.
Not to worry, I'm Vic. This is Zen. Where should I put this then?
He shows her the bag they brought of beer, smirking.
In the kitchen. On the table.
She leads him to the kitchen, and N is left on a stage, surrounded by the remaining girls. Uncomfortable and unsure of what to do, he frantically scans the party, looking for someone unthreatening to talk to. We hear a rustle in the kitchen. Vic and Stella return.
What's your name then?
Stella.
That's the prettiest name I've ever heard.
Vic pulls Stella aside and whispers in her ear. She smiles and puts her arm around his waist and sways to the strange music consisting of lyrics in a different language or maybe even just sounds. N tries not to look. He finally sees a girl sitting on the couch on her own, blank-faced, staring almost wistfully. She seems young yet old. The girl does not look at him as he sits down.
Do you mind if I sit here?
She shrugs. Vic notices N has approached a girl and mimes a hand as if to say, "Speak."
Are you from around here?
The girl shakes her head.
What's your name? I'm N.
Wayne's Wayne. I'm a second.
That's a different name.
It indicates that my progenitor was also Wayne, and that I am obliged to report back to her. I may not breed.
Well, bit early for that anyway, isn't it?
Wayne's Wayne raises her hand to show him her sixth finger.
When I was finished, a decision was needed. Would I be retained or eliminated? I was fortunate that the decision was with me. Now I travel, while my more perfect sisters remain at home in stasis. They were firsts. I am a second. Soon I must return to Wayne and tell her all I have seen. All my impressions of this place of yours.
I don't actually live in Croydon. I don't come from here.
As you say, neither of us comes from here. I had expected it to be bigger and cleaner and more colorful, but still, it is a jewel.
N looks at Vic anxiously and he crosses over, untangling himself from Stella.
So?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
That's normal. She's probably American. Just keep doing what you're doing, okay?
So, do you like it around here?
I grow weary of the journeying, and I wish sometimes that it would end. On a street in Rio at Carnival, I saw them on a bridge, golden and tall and insect-eyed and winged and elated. I almost ran to greet them before I saw that they were only people in costumes. I said to Ola Cote, quote, "Why do they try so hard to look like us?" End quote. And Ola Cote replied, quote, "Because they hate themselves. All shades of pink and brown and so small." End quote. It is what I experience, even me, and I am not grown. It is like a world of children or of elves. It was a good thing that they could not any of them see Ola Cote.
Do you want to dance?
It is not permitted. I can do nothing that might cause damage to property. I am Wayne's.
Would you like something to drink then?
Water.
N exits, and Wayne's Wayne stares blankly for a moment before leaving stage left, slow, ethereal, and zombie-like. The rest of the girls in the party do not look at her. We hear the beat drop in the strange music. It sounds like it's being played from another room. N returns with a mug of water and notices she is gone. Confused, he sits down on the couch, engrossed but unengaged with the party around him. A group of girls notice him staring at them, and they smirk. He blushes and looks away. While he looks down, Gaptooth Girl, a teenager with dark, spiky, short hair and a gap in her teeth, sits down next to him and stares at him expectantly.
This mug of water is going spare if you want it.
Gaptooth Girl reaches out very slowly and hesitantly, holds the mug delicately, and then slowly sips the water as though it is a fine wine.
I love being a tourist. The last tour we went to the sun and we swam in sunfire pools with the whales. Ugh. We heard their histories and we shivered in the chill of the outer places. Then we swam deepward where the heat churned and comforted us. Ugh. I wanted to go back. This time I wanted it. There was so much I had not seen. Instead, we came to World. Do you like it?
Like what?
Gaptooth Girl gestures vaguely to the room.
It's all right, I suppose.
I told them I did not wish to visit World. My parent teacher was unimpressed. You will have so much to learn, it told me. I said I could learn more in sun again or in the deeps, just to spun webs between galaxies. I want to do that.
Right.
But there was no reasoning with it, and I came to World. Parent teacher engulfed me, and here I was, embodied in a decaying lump of meat hanging on a frame of calcium, and as I incarnated, I felt things deep inside me, fluttering and pumping and squishing. It was my first experience of pushing air through the mouth, vibrating the vocal cords on the way, and I used it to tell parent teacher that I wished I would die, which it acknowledged was the inevitable exit strategy from World.
I don't know if I know what you mean.
But knowledge is there in the meat, and I am resolved to learn from it.
That's good.
N puts his arm around the back of the couch and then onto her shoulders. She stares at him confused but not overly bothered.
The thing with the liquid in the eyes when the world blurs. Nobody told me, and I still do not understand. I have touched the folds of the whisper and pulsed and flown with Atachian swans, and I still do not understand.
You seem smart. Sure you'll figure it out?
N leans his face in to kiss her. She stares at him blankly. Vic and Stella enter from the right side, tangled up in one another. Vic is exuberant, Stella peaceful and regal. Stella looks at Gaptooth Girl pointedly, who abruptly exits without another word.
And
What?
oh, look, the party is not the one I thought it was. I've been talking to Stella and I figured it out. Well, she sort of explained it to me. We're at a different party.
Christ. Are we in trouble? Do we have to go?
No.
Yeah, you're just happy to have me here, aren't you?
You know I am.
Look, don't worry, dude. They're all tourists here anyway. It's a foreign exchange thing, isn't it? Like when we all went to Germany.
It is?
Yes.
And you got to talk to him. And that means you got to listen to him too. You understand?
I did. I already talked to a couple of them.
And you getting anywhere?
I was till you came over.
Sorry about that. Look, I just wanted to fill you in, all right?
Okay. Look, Vic, maybe we ought to get out of here. I think maybe we don't know what's going on here. That girl, she just told me.
Girls always say things that don't make sense, mate.
We are pleased you arrived.
See? Just keep on. You'll get better at it. Try telling one you like her hair or something. Anyway, if you need me, I'll be upstairs.
Vic and Stella exit upstairs, still intertwined. N is left standing alone watching the girls. They rarely acknowledge him, but when they do, it's only to smirk or giggle. He gets up from the couch and looks for Gaptooth Girl unsuccessfully. He wanders around. He pours himself another drink, and while his back is turned, Trilette, a girl with long hair and a huge smile, watches his movements. When he turns toward her, he's startled. Their noses are touching.
What's that you're drinking?
It's Pernod.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like aniseed balls, only it's alcoholic.
I want to try it.
N hands her the drink. She drinks it all and never breaks eye contact. She hands the cup back to him empty.
I like your hair.
I'd like to dance now.
She grabs his hand and finds a clearing. She dances too slowly for the song that's playing, with her eyes closed. She seems to be in heaven. N stares at her and tries to replicate her strange movements, but he can't.
What's your name?
Trilet.
Pretty name.
It's a verse form, like me,
You're a poem.
if you want.
She looks at him expectantly. She tries another tactic.
Or I'm a pattern. Or a race of people whose world was swallowed by the sea.
Isn't it hard to be three things at the same time?
What's your name?
N.
So you are N, and you are a male, and you are a biped. Is it hard to be three things at the same time?
But they aren't different things. I mean, they aren't contradictory.
You must listen. We knew that it would soon be over, and so we put it all into a poem to tell the universe who we were and why we were and what we said and did and thought and dreamed and yearned for. We wrapped our dreams into words and patterned the words so that they would live forever, unforgettable. Then we sent the poem as a pattern of flux to wait in the heart of a star, beaming out its messages and pulses and bursts and fuzzes across the electromagnetic spectrum until a time when, on worlds 1,000 sun systems distant, the pattern would be decoded and read, and it would be a poem once again.
And then what happened?
You cannot hear a poem without it changing you. They heard it and it colonized them. It inherited them and inhabited them. Its rhythms becoming part of the way that they thought, its images permanently transmuting their metaphors, its verses, its outlook, its aspirations becoming their lives. Within a generation, their children would be born already knowing the poem, and sooner rather than later, as these things go, there were no more children born. There was no need for them, not any longer. There was only a poem which took flesh and walked and spread itself across the vastness of the known.
N edges his way closer to her as she speaks. Unlike the other girls he's spoken to, she doesn't seem confused and seems to reciprocate the desire for closeness.
There are places that we are welcomed, and places where we are regarded as a noxious weed or a disease, something immediately to be quarantined and eliminated. But where does contagion end and art begin?
I don't know.
Trilet kisses N.
Would you like to hear it?
N nods, and Trilet whispers in his ear. Whatever she says sets off lights. Purples and greens cascade over the faces of those at the party. The guests, including Wayne's Wayne and Gaptooth Girl, emerge and watch, yet Trilet and N are intimately aware of one another. N looks like he might cry or laugh or sing. He leans into Trilet, who supports him while looking at him as though he is a solution. Vic runs onto the stage, half-dressed and hair askew, followed by an equally disheveled Stella.
And come on, quickly, come on.
Huh?
Idiot, come on, just get a move on, fuck!
The music fades into something recognizable and normal, and the lights are suddenly very realistic. Everyone stares. It's awkward and tense.
I want to stay and hear this song. I love this song. You've got to hear this song, mate.
I am not finished. There is yet more of me.
Yeah, sorry, love, but there'll be another time, all right?
Vic grabs N and pulls him towards the door. Vic acts as though he hears his name called, but no one has said a word. Gaptooth Girl, Trilet, and Wayne's Wayne rush behind Stella as if to comfort her. and she hasn't moved, all her rage trapped in her eyes. Triolet reaches for N's hand desperately.
Stop them.
N,
It's no use. They wish to be gone from us now, like usual.
We have failed, I fear.
I have not. He knows me. Do you know me?
I'm sorry. I don't know what this or anyone means.
No, and you must know me because I have told you.
Then we have to go now. Come on.
Wait, Vic. You must stay.
It is a command that Vic has to force himself to disobey.
You aren't ready to go yet, right? And tell me you understand.
N stops in his tracks.
Leave him now, it's too late.
We can try again. There is more dark yet. Worry not.
Stella angrily storms back up the stairs, Wayne's Wayne and Gaptooth Girl behind her immediately. Vic continues to drag N until they're at the other end of the block. The music and lights can be seen through the windows. We hear Stella's blood-curdling, angry screams that fade out as the boys hurry further away. Vic throws up, stands and wipes his mouth.
Vic, what the fuck?
She wasn't on. And I think that there's a thing when you've gone as far as you dare, and if you go any further, you wouldn't be you anymore, and you'd be the person who'd done that, the places that you just can't go to. And I think that happened to me tonight.
Oh, fucker, you mean?
Vic punches N and starts to cry. Embarrassed and disturbed, he runs and leaves. N is standing alone.
Vic, are you serious? Wait up.
He looks into the sky, and the lights from the party and the weird music heighten in intensity, louder and brighter. N looks up in confusion. Behind, a huge fluorescent light comes down and engulfs the house whole before disappearing and taking the house with it. Music stops. N turns around and sees that the house is no longer there. The lights get closer and closer until he has to cover his eyes from the light. Sudden blackout.
Yay!
Yay!
That
That was
Yay!
amazing.
That was so fun. Wow, how are you guys feeling about that?
Good.
Good.
Amazing.
Great.
Watch this.
Love that.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah,
Love
absolutely.
Everyone made Neil Gaiman proud. If he knew, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so thank you guys all for taking the time out of your weird pandemic schedules to do a reading with us. I appreciate all of you guys, and I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Thanks to Netta, thanks to Nicola for helping us produce this. Thanks to the cast. And once again, I'm gonna plug all our info. It's gonna be in the bio. Follow us, chat with us. We want to hear from you. And I'm gonna end this live.
Thanks all. At Chaos
Thank
Collective
you.
NYC.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.